Hey guys, what's going on? It's me, Keisha, and I am finally back with another YouTube video. If you guys are new here, welcome. My name is Keisha. I'm the owner of Tax on Track, and this channel is about helping inspiring tax preparers either start their tax business, start as a tax preparer, or an experienced tax preparer that needs help on growing and scaling their tax business. In today's video, as you can see from the title, I want to become a tax preparer, but I'm scared. Y'all, I talk to hundreds of people, and people are always wanting to become a tax preparer or start their tax business journey, but then people be scared. And in this video, we're gonna talk about the most common things that people are scared about when it comes to starting a tax business. My goal for you after you have watched this whole video is for you to be safe as a tax preparer, for you to be secure as a tax preparer, for you to be confident as a tax preparer. Now I'm about to get off of my behind and I'm about to go do these taxes. If you're somebody that's wanting to become a tax preparer for next tax season, this is the perfect video for you. If you know somebody that may be interested in becoming a tax preparer, this is the perfect video for you to go ahead and send over to them. We're gonna dive into the most common fears that people have when it is for them to actually become a tax preparer. I have written down my notes, so please, I'm going to be looking back and forth because I was very detailed with this video. So y'all, enough with the rambling and let's get started with the video. So the number one reason why people are scared to become a tax preparer is the fear that they have in them of not being qualified. And yes, I'm using my quotation marks with my fingers saying not being qualified because there isn't no real license, certificate, certified tax preparer. There is no such thing as I have to get a license to become a tax preparer or I need a certificate to become a tax preparer. You can get a certificate from either an online course or a course you may have taken when you went into a location or somewhere where it was an online course and they thoroughly explained what it was to become a tax preparer. You did your exercises, you did your practice scenarios, then you get a certificate of completion. A lot of people think that they either have to go to school, be an accountant to be a tax preparer. People feel like they have to go to school, associates in either, accounting, business, marketing, whatever it is that you're putting in your head, telling yourself that you need to do X, Y, and Z to become a tax preparer. No, it's bluff. I'm telling you now, it's bluff. There's no such thing. The only thing that I recommend you do if you are looking to become a tax preparer is make sure you actually understand, make sure you actually go and get the assistance that you need to become a tax preparer. What I mean by that, you're taking an online course, find an online course. Now, disclaimer, there are people that will go to these, big box companies, franchisees, and they will say, hey, I can teach you how to do taxes. And they have this course. The course is literally, $100, $200. And then they give you a book of different curriculums. They give you a book of all this stuff that you need to read to be a tax preparer. I'm telling you now, don't waste your time on being more confused than you already are when you first came into the situation of, hey, I want to be a tax preparer. When it comes to being a tax preparer, it's as simple as you make it. So I say that this is the number one reason why people are scared to be a tax preparer is because they feel like they're not qualified. So I want to tell you, all you need really is just your PN, an online course. If you're interested in my online course, comment below, I want an online course, Keisha, and I got you. All right, the number two reason why people are usually scared to become a tax preparer is the fear of doing something wrong. The first one and the second one isn't tied, but it makes sense, especially this one. As you know, when you're a tax preparer, you have to go ahead and apply to get your PN. You also could go ahead and get your efin, but more so your PN when it comes to being a tax preparer. If you are reliable, you are somebody that have to put your information information on each return that you do, depending on what software you're doing it. I don't think I know too many people that's doing manual tax returns. When I say manual tax returns, I mean like you do your taxes with your hands. Like you're literally them. If you know anybody that's out there that's doing taxes with, you know, paper and a pen, shout outs to you, because that takes a real skill. I really don't like doing it like that, to be honest, but it really took me a hell of a lot of practicing to do taxes with, you know, just, you know, paper. I say that to say that it is a very common reason why people are scared to become a tax preparer, is because they are scared of making mistakes. So this is a tip for you. If you are somebody that is brand new in the industry and you want to learn how to do taxes, then of course you want to find a course like I said earlier. Now, the next thing you want to do is you want to work with someone who has been doing taxes for some time that could assist you. Someone that's doing training, someone that understands taxes. If you ask them a question out of the blue, they're able to answer you. It don't matter if they're driving, they're in the office, it doesn't matter. Now, I want to throw this out there because I also offer that as well during tax season, where you can work with me as a PIN holder, right? When you find somebody, I say all this to say, if you are scared of making mistakes because you are a tax preparer that's been doing taxes for a year or two, yes, it does make sense, in my opinion, to partner with someone that would be able to assist you. But do your due diligence of the person, one. Two, make sure you take accountability of what it is that you want to do. So, hey, I want to become a tax preparer. I need to show up at these trainings. I want to be a tax preparer. If I got the simplest question, I'm going to call her and I'm going to figure out what this answer is. That's what you want to do. It's too many people expect the world because someone say, hey, I can help you do this, but you're not taking accountability and doing what you have to do. You're not moving your feet, in other words, is what I mean. Number three, the third reason is because people feel like taxes is very complex. People feel like they have to be updated with all the new laws. They have to be updated with all the new credits. They feel like they always have to be updated, and that's not the case with taxes. Back in 4 years ago, so 2020, 2021, the tax business was very different. People were getting a lot of money, and you're a tax preparer giving people $25,000, $18,000. You're thinking like, hey, it's always gonna be like this. And as we can see, that was just because of the way the world was kind of shifting. So it's not, I say that to say that it's not always like that. You're not gonna always find these credits that's giving you all this money every tax season. So I wanna say that you also wanna understand the credits and deductions, but don't stress yourself so much and tell yourself, hey, I have to do this, I have to know this, I have to know this. No, you don't. Technically speaking, as tax preparers, we go into a software. The software does, you know, all the work for real, if I'm telling you the truth, but you have to know what can help this person. So if you're someone that specializes in the low income and you want to focus on people who just have a lot of kids and low income, that's that. But when you're focused on another tax bracket, now you have to know what could help this person not pay so much in taxes. That's a whole nother ballgame. It's a whole nother ball games when you have to do 1120s and K1s. It's very different. So I just wanted to say that as a tax preparer, you don't have to stress yourself of, I have to learn all these different things. That's why, going back to what I said earlier, it is very important that you work with someone where you can learn from them. And then after a year or two, you go on. I don't request it. I recommend after 2 seasons to go out on your own, because you're able to really get you able to like, I know what I'm doing here versus I know what I'm not doing. Okay, so that's number 3. All right, number 4. Oh, this is a good video, y'all. Oh, this is a good video. All right, number 4 is the fear of finding clients. Y'all, the fear of finding clients. How many of y'all, I want you to comment below, was scared that you couldn't become a tax preparer because you only felt like you had to get your tax, you had to do taxes for your family? The fear of not finding clients. I want to say that if you know my story a little bit, when I first kind of started, I was scared as hell. I didn't know what the hell I was doing, but I was out there hustling. I was out there talking to everybody everybody, anybody, whoever that gave me eye contact, baby, you was my client. If you know it or not, you my client, okay? And that's the attitude, that's the momentum I had going on to really be where I am today. And I highly recommend you people to use that strategy in their mind, because mindset is another real important aspect of becoming a tax preparer. But the fourth reason is the fear of not finding clients. So if you are scared of not finding clients, then you want to start doing taxes next season for 2025, and you know that you are going to either work with someone, or you know that you're going to go and start your own business. You basically know that 2025 you want to be a tax preparer. I say that to say that this is the time to strategize how you're going to do it. One of the most important things about being a tax preparer is your clientele base. Knowing where your client is coming from, knowing how often you have to go and get clients, basically market yourself, and also knowing the retention of your clientele base. These are real important strategies that either make or break your business. How to get the clients, how to keep the client. And if you are a tax preparer, I need you to go ahead, say something about number 4, how to get them clients and how to keep them clients, okay? Well, I won't say that. I will say it depends on your target audience. It depends on your target audience. All right, the next topic is on why people are scared to become a tax preparer is the fear of investment. Some people feel like, this is another thing. So if you are looking to become a tax preparer, there's different routes you can take when it comes to becoming a tax preparer. I'm gonna go ahead and give it to you real, right? You could either go work, it's different type of, we all know that, I'm not gonna say no names, but we know the tax companies where we could go online, we apply for them. They're literally in all 50 states, and we go work for them and, get paid hourly. Depending on how we do, we get the bonuses. That's one strategy, one way to become a tax preparer. The next way is that you can go ahead and work for a local mom and pop's tax company. That's another way. More than likely, those type of companies, the mom and pops companies, I don't know a better terminology, so I'm gonna just go say mom and pops. Mom and pops is basically, hey, ABC Tax Services is plotted in the hood and they looking for tax preparer. Those type of companies, more than likely, they are going to pay you on a commission base. You're going to be a 1099 contract. So they're not going to pay you hourly like another company that's much bigger. They're going to pay you on commission. You get paid based on what you put out. If you hustle your behind to go out and get the people and charge these people, get paid, then you get paid. If you go and not do nothing, then you're not going to get paid. It's simple as that. But that's the second option. Another option is you could find a company like mine and you can reach out to me and you could work. So you could still work wherever you are, not your 9 to 5, and on the side you go ahead and you do taxes. That's another way. So that's more of a virtual style. So these are the things to think about. There's companies that ask you for money up front and you get a split. There's companies that don't ask you no upfront money and still give you a split. I'm thinking about shaking the little tables and saying, hey, well, once you figure out how you want to get paid, do you want to get paid hourly or do you want to get paid on a commission base? Either, and another thing, more than likely, if it's an hourly type of position, they have clientele coming in. More than likely, they'll paying you pennies on a dollar if it's that strategy right there. But you don't have to pay anything up front. You don't have to pay anything up front. The other side of the business is you learn as you go. You have some EROs. EROs is basically a tax office owner. They'll come in and say, I'm gonna teach you, but then when you call them, they can't show you, or when it's always something, right? And then a lot of them just say, I'm gonna go ahead and take care of it myself. You don't have to worry about it. You don't want to really work with someone like that, in my opinion, because how are you going to learn? How are you going to know? Our best way as humans, guy, woman, kid, adult, it don't matter, but our best way of learning as human is practice, is experience, and that's how we build our knowledge, through experience. So if someone is telling you, hey, forget about it, I'm gonna go ahead and take care of it on the back end, you're not gonna learn. You're not gonna know what the hell to do. You ain't gonna know what the hell is going on. So you don't learn like that. Then you have people where they're actually really helping you. I would say that's rare, because when I talk to people, they be like, I didn't have this. So I would just say, that's kind of rare. But I say those kind of people where you're really getting the knowledge, more than likely you're going to have to put out an investment. So you will have to figure out what's your budget. Hold on, this is another thing. You don't need no $2,000, $3,000, $5,000. You don't need $2,000, $3,000 to go and work with a company. It's not a big investment. I would say, in my personal opinion, I would say be willing to invest about $1,000 to $1,500, and then you will be able to, like, that is like a starter. You should get training. You should be able to contact the person. You should be able to be more, bam. That's the word right there. That $1,000 is for you to be more hands-on. If you going into this tax business and you ain't looking to make no type of investment, I promise you, baby, you gonna be in circles. They're gonna put you in circles. You gonna be here, you gonna be there, you gonna be there, you gonna be there. You're gonna be everywhere. So I typically charge because you're really getting the edge. My passion is just teaching. My passion is just helping women. So that is that. The final reason why I see people are just scared to become a tax preparer, I would say the fear of failure. Well, some people come into the business expecting to make a lot of money, but not realizing it requires much more work. The money is rewarding, but you really have to hustle and bustle to find the people. And I don't want to blame it on social media, but I do want to blame it on social media at the same. So it's like 50-50, because you go online, everybody's saying, hey, I'm gonna help you make $30,000. Hey, I'm gonna make you make $50,000, $100,000, over $100,000. And I'm like, bruh, stop the cap. You're bullshitting the people. Stop BSing the people. I would say that I think it's extremely important to understand what you're getting into. The fear of failure is normal as humans. I think it's a normal thing. I know it's a normal thing. If you're starting off something and you like, damn, I want it to work, that's everybody. But do the work. So many times I see people want to do it, they fail at doing it, but then they didn't put in the work. You have to put in the work, Once you put in the work, then everything is gonna fall into place. Is that you seeing people on social media telling you that you could do all of this, and then when it's time to really like make the money, it's like, I'm really working. Yeah, you definitely have to work, baby. You got to work. So the fear of being scared is okay, but knowing how to train your discipline, knowing how to be disciplined is another thing. If you work a lot, if you have a 9-to-5, I got a video coming for you. I ain't gonna even talk about it. I got a video coming for people who work and want to just shift that. You could still work, but I tell you what to do. I have a whole strategy for you. All right, y'all. Thank you so much for watching this video. And again, I hope this video let you know that it's okay to be scared when you are becoming a tax preparer. It's okay to be scared if you're an experienced tax preparer trying to grow your clientele. That's all okay. But I want you to understand that it takes time to build up your clientele, especially if you have the 9-to-5. Don't overwhelm yourself as a person. It's okay. Too many times we don't tell ourselves it's okay to go through what we're going through. It's okay, baby. It's okay. Now, I hope that you watched the whole video. If you didn't, I encourage you to watch the whole video, because the purpose of this video was to really give all the details on the reasons why people are scared to become a tax preparer. And I kind of gave you some insight on what you can do to overcome it. If you like this video, then I highly recommend that you go ahead and subscribe to my channel, and you follow me on Instagram, and you follow me on Facebook. It has been such a pleasure to just come sit here and record this video. Be on the lookout for the next video. Bye, y'all.